Another of my favorite authors is a woman whose name is Pat Hutchins. She writes so many great stories. So Mo Willems did the Pigeon books and the Nuffle Bunny books. Well, Pat Hutchins doesn't have the same books like Pigeon books or anything. Everything is a little bit different, but a little bit the same because she writes for the same kinds of people, 4- and 5-year-olds. That's who she writes for. Anyway, one of my favorite books is called The Doorbell Rang. I love this story. It's called The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. Pat Hutchins wrote the words and she drew the pictures. So she is the author and the illustrator. She had both jobs. The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. I've made some cookies for tea, said Ma. Good, said Victoria and Sam. We're starving. Share them between yourselves, said Ma. I made plenty. Look at that whole plate of cookies. They get to eat all of them? That's 6 each, said Sam and Victoria. Oh, they look as good as Grandma's, said Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma's, said Sam. Oh, no one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma as the doorbell rang. And look, Mom's washing the floor, but the doorbell rang, so now people are gonna walk on her nice clean floor. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. Come in, said Ma, you can share the cookies. Oh, they're not gonna get 6 anymore. What's gonna happen? Yeah, they have to share with 2 more people. That's 3 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma's, said Tom. And look as good, said Hannah. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma, as the doorbell rang. Uh-oh. Oh, look, they have mud all over the floor. I feel like that, Mom. It was Peter and his little brother. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. First, Sam and Victoria were going to get 6 cookies. Then they were going to get 3 cookies. Now we have more people coming in the door. Are they going to get 3 cookies anymore? That's 2 each, said Victoria and Sam. Oh, they look as good as your grandma's, said Peter, and smell as good. But I love their faces. Sam and Victoria's face, if you look in the beginning, they had like kind of happy faces, right? And then when they had to share the first time, their faces weren't quite as happy. Now, not quite as happy. Nobody makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma, as the doorbell rang. All right, so they each get 2 cookies. Now more people are coming in. And the floor's getting muddier. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 friends more. They're not even gonna have enough chairs. Come in, said Ma. You can share the cookies. Oh my goodness. I love a house like that where everybody likes to stop by. That's 1 each, said Sam and Victoria. Now look at poor Victoria's face, Sam's face. Aw. I know that they want to share the cookies and they're lucky they have so many friends, right? But they don't quite look so happy. So that's 1 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma's, said Joy. And they look as good, said Simon. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Ma, as the doorbell rang. Uh-oh. They each get 1 cookie now. The doorbell just rang. What are they gonna do? If there are more friends, what will they do? There's not enough cookies to share. I have a feeling one of you said, you can break the cookies in half, right? And it rang, and they're all staring at the door. They don't know what to do either. "Oh dear," said Ma as the children stared at the cookie on their plate. "Perhaps you better eat them before we open the door." "We'll wait," said Sam. Sam goes to open the door. Aw, Sam, he's going to let more friends in, isn't he? Then they can break up the cookies. But it was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. "Oh, how nice to have so many friends to share them with," said Grandma. "It's a good thing I made a lot." Now they're all going to have more than one, right? "And no one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma as the doorbell rang. And there was a little bit of a problem in this story, wasn't there? First, they had to keep dividing up the cookies. So they weren't getting 6 like they did at the beginning. Then they had to get 3 and then 2 and then 1. And then they were worried because the doorbell rang again. So what fixed the problem? Good old Grandma came in with a whole tray of cookies. So that's called The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. But there's another one. It's called Rosie's Walk. And that is written by Pat Hutchins, and the pictures were drawn by Pat Hutchins. So she is, yep, the author and the illustrator. And Rosie is a chicken. Rosie the hen, I should say. She's a hen. And there's her hen house, and it has a door on it. And the hen house has a door on it because who would like to eat that hen? Yep, that fox right there. Foxes do like to eat hens, chickens. Here it is, Rosie's Walk. Rosie's Walk. And there's Rosie in the hen house. Where do you think she's going to take a walk? All around the farm, maybe? Hope she stays away from the fox. Now, this book doesn't have many words in it, but the pictures, the illustrations are very important because without these illustrations, this would be a very dull book. So pay close attention. Mr. Chattel, get nice and close to the illustrations. Uh-oh. Rosie the hen went for a walk. And there she goes. But who's got his eye on her? The fox. Across the yard. That doesn't seem so exciting, but look, what's going to happen? He just got hit with the handle of the rake. There goes Rosie. Around the pond. Even the frogs are probably like, "Rosie, the fox." Splash. Right in the pond. Rosie went around, but the fox ended up in. Over the haystack. Look, she doesn't even sink, does she? Because chickens don't weigh very much. They're very light. They're made of feathers and not much else. Oh, but not the fox. Poof. She went past the mill. Here comes the fox. Rosie's got her leg stuck on the string that's attached to the flower. Flump. The flower fell on the fox. Do you think Rosie even knows that there's a fox following her? She hasn't looked back. She went through the fence, but the fox is trying to hop over the fence. Oh, the fox landed on the wagon. There goes Rosie. No words on that page. Oh, what's Rosie going toward? Do you know what those are? Those are beehives. She walked under the beehives. The fox is going to be rolling right into the beehives. Oh, what a mess. Oh, look at all those angry bees. Who are they chasing? The fox. No words on that page. There goes Rosie. And Rosie got back in time for dinner. And that's the end of Rosie's walk. Not many words in that story. What was the important part? The important part was Pat Hutchins' illustrations, right? They showed who was chasing Rosie, the fox. So Rosie had a problem and she didn't even know she had a problem. Who was chasing her? The fox. How did the problem get fixed? The bees. The bees chased the fox away. Did Rosie see any of it? Well, Pat Hutchins' illustrations didn't show that she was looking backwards, right? So she didn't even know that this fox was chasing her. I don't think she even knew that the bees then chased the fox. Look, her head's not even looking that way. She got all the way home and had some dinner. And that's the end of Rosie's walk.